only 3 more minutes.
In this video, I will discuss battery installation, trimming or fine-tuning, gyro recalibration, and lastly, prop replacement or prop installation.
The race starts in 15 seconds.
Okay, changing the battery. Comes with 2. To do that, just turn this little clip like that, and then the compartment just opens up. And then you'll see right there that that's where it plugs in. Bang. Battery out, battery in. Like that. Close the door. Let's do that.
The brakes don't seem to work very well, but I checked everything carefully.
That's it. Now that we've discussed battery installation, let's go on to trimming or fine-tuning. You can tune forward and backwards, side to side, and the turning motion. Let's talk about trimming or fine-tuning. Basically, your quadcopter may have a tendency out of the box to drift forward, side to side, or rotate on its own. And basically, what you're looking at is I put little stickies on that bad boy to remember. Forward, side to side, or some people call it the crab move, and that's the rotation. And basically, this central one right here, if you have the Syma X5C or the X5C1, that activates the camera for video or pictures. In this case, with the X9, nothing. Alright, so and let's assume you're taking off and this bad boy has the tendency to rotate. Then I would hit this in the opposite direction that I see it rotating, and it'll level off. And that's with forward, backward. If it's drifting forward, you're taking off and it wants to do this, it'll stop. Then you may go backwards a little bit, then you go push it forward. Whatever direction it's drifting in, you push it in the opposite. And same for side to side. If it wants to crab move like that, beep 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 in the opposite direction until you fix it. I will demonstrate for just for ease, actually trimming the X8W, which is the same Syma product, the remote, everything's pretty much the same, but I'm actually correcting a forward drift. So here you'll see that here. Please note, I'm indoors and I did turn the ceiling fan off. Corrected the forward drift, and then I can go through and do the side to side. One thing I want to point out real quick is in proportion to this is the X9, in proportion to the X9, this is what the X5C looks like, and then you've got the Syma X8C, or in this case is the X8W, and you can see what they all look like in proportion. And the controller Flying Car works, it's the exact controller as this I point out earlier. The controller for the X8C or X8W will pilot any one of these. And the reason somebody had brought that up was range. You can fly a lot farther, because this is designed to fly that, but this you can control your quadcopter a lot further. But who would want to fly this to where it looks like a speck in the sky? You know, you don't want to go through all that. But anyway, okay, we've discussed battery installation. Then after that we went over trimming or fine-tuning. Now let's get into recalibrating the gyro. Your drone, your quadcopter's taking off wobbly or unstable. That means that it's a good chance the gyro is screwed up. And the gyro is the component that basically, if this were to be thrown, the gyro will help self-correct, or when it does the flipping that we saw, the gyro is why once it flips, it can correct itself. So in the event, all you do, flat surface, bring the stick both right and left, both sticks all the way to a 5 o'clock position to the right, simultaneous. Bam. And then you'll see there's the blinking. I've just calibrated the gyro. And that's it. Alright, from the get-go, we started off talking about batteries. You gotta have your power, replacing the battery. Next, we moved on to trimming or fine-tuning, correcting forward, side, turning or rotating drifts that just occur on their own. Next, we went over the gyro, recalibrating the gyro. There have been people who have returned their aircraft because they thought that bad boy was jacked up or defective because the gyro was just messed up. Now we're going to go over prop installation. You know, you or your son are flying around and you crack a prop or something like that. Right. Easy fix. One thing I want you to note, let's say you're flying around and you crack a prop or something, or in this case, this one has just been scratched. You know, your son break a prop or something, not the end of the world. It comes with extra props, and all you're doing is replacing them. But one thing that'll mess you up real quick, if you just take them all off and think you're going to put a bunch of new ones on, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Because if you pay attention, there's engraving, right? That is hard to read, but that says B2. That might be easier. Here, A1, or scratch that A2. Alright, and basically when you take your props off, take them off one at a time. Take your prop off, look at it. It's gonna say A1, B2, just match it up. One thing about changing the props, it's very easy. Comes with a screwdriver, and all you do is go in there. You see the Phillips head. Put the A1s with the A1s, the A2 or the B2s with the B2s. Don't get them crossed up. Don't take them all off at one time and then install them all at one time, and then the thing won't work. You think you broke it. That's it.